Changes.
Welcome to Changes. My name is Rosalind Furley. This show, we make sure that you at home smile. On today's show, I will be speaking to a man who is making sure that he eradicates poverty and makes sure that others smile as well. Not just poverty, but also making sure that prisoners smile wherever they are. The show is proudly brought to you by Joy Entertainment. We are large and in charge. This lovely place is Labadi Beach Hotel, and a big thank you to you, Labadi Beach Hotel. Now, if you're looking for a place to have your event, or a place to lay your head, or a place to have the best meal, look no further. Labadi Beach Hotel is the right place to be. I'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll go straight into our conversation for today. Do stay with us.
Changes.
Welcome back from that commercial break, and today my guest is a man who is changing a lot in the society, especially through social media. I mean, every time I see his videos, I get touched, and I know a lot of you have seen him on social media as well. I want you to watch this video. It will tell you a bit about my guest, and when we come back, we'll get talking. Enjoy it.
Changes.
Esther mahu sekitawi metime de mani kura kan o kita nkwala sen
mi kura nkwala mienza
na o capital a wo de ye adwuma we no
120
kana
1 million
no hwemani
sisi ya me no kasa akura po me dan ka kura so
sen na wotua ba bia wote no
so wotua 4.2
afe uni 4 million
of a mini bio we will be a kind of crash room.
Could be a war Italy, you're from Enfansemanku, mo brain sika kakra. Scam the brain 6 million ye the ma offer PJ so sky mai. Who say on say po nti e dey asem na person wo ka kire Enfansema menso. Why? Menso. Aye menso.
You have seen who my guest for today is. He does a lot of emotional videos, not emotional videos, but let's say more philanthropic works. He puts smiles on the faces of people. His name is Ibrahim Oppong Kwarteng. Mr. Oppong Kwarteng.
Yes, madam.
How are you?
I'm fine by the grace of God.
I'm honored to have you here. I've seen you on TV so many times. I ask myself, how does this man do it? He never stops, day to day, putting smiles on the faces of people. Not just people on the streets, but every single person. I mean, let's talk a little bit about this video first. How did you identify this gentleman and decided to help him?
Yeah, I just happened to, I was going to work, and then I saw this gentleman sitting, very sad looking. So I thought of going close and then asking him why he looked so sad. He was a bit hesitant initially when I tried talking to him. Obviously, he may have been going through a lot already. But I eventually spoke to him, and I realized that he was the whole world was against him, for want of a better expression. So I said, okay, as part of our street charity series is a component of some of the projects that we do at Crime Check Foundation. And so I said, why not? This gentleman could benefit from the street charity series. We have some donors who occasionally send us some money to help the poor and the needy. But what surprised me was when I asked him his working capital. I asked him whether he has a working capital of 400 Ghana cedis, and he said no. I thought he was joking, but I realized that he was serious. He didn't even have 300 or 200 Ghana cedis. So I surprised him, sort of, gave him 600 Ghana cedis. And then he wept and wept. That was when I realized that the world was indeed against him as I had envisaged. So that was the beginning of, he's not the only person. There are so many people. You give 100 Ghana cedi, money that you and I, you know, spend in a minute, and then you give such monies to people and then they weep uncontrollably. So that goes to underscore the level of poverty in our country, what people are going through, and the need for all of us. You don't need to be rich, all of us, to contribute towards alleviating poverty in this country.
Right. Yeah. Now, most people might not know that you're a Muslim, but getting to know you're a Muslim, I'll be wondering, is it because you're a Muslim and you believe in Salaka, that's why you decided to do this for people, or you're just doing it because that's who you are?
No, not at all. Not at all. We know that Muslims are naturally, you know, they are givers naturally, and this is not to take anything away from Christians and other faiths, but I think what I do is it's a passion, it's a service to humanity. We all know it cuts across all religions. Service to humanity is service to God. So you don't have to be aligned to a faith before you do this. We have atheists and others who don't even believe in God do even more. So I'll say it's a passion, it's intuitive, and then when I give, I feel so good.
It's a passion. How did it all start with it?
Yes, how did it even start? You know, I've been with the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation for 14 years. That's why I still work. I've taken a 4 years leave recently.
Oh, you've taken a 4 years leave?
Yes, to do my PhD at the University of Ghana. So let me use this opportunity to thank the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation. They instilled that spirit of journalism in me. And so that's how it started. So I decided that why don't I use my journalistic lens to impact society positively. So it started with the prisons when I visited the prisons for the first time. And I was shocked to come across lots of infractions of the law. You know, incarcerated individuals don't have the opportunity to let people know how they feel. Because once you are in prison, the perception is that you're a criminal. So about 7 years ago, when I had that opportunity to visit the prisons, and I came across these infractions that I'm talking about, you know, poor people, people who were imprisoned without the services of lawyers, people who were caught in the, you know, trap of crime, someone, you know, going somewhere, the police is doing a swoop, then they happen to get arrested, you know, this kind of things. And you know that our criminal justice system is one of the worst in Africa. You know, there's no proper reformation and rehabilitation of prisoners. Yeah. Accused persons are incarcerated wrongly, so on and so forth. So it's a long trajectory. So I developed that interest and then decided to narrow in on the prisons, see how I can get the stories of some of these unfortunate brothers and sisters out for something to be done about them. So through that is our Time with the Prison series.
How it all started with
yeah,
Time with.
yeah.
And then when you started this journey with the prisons, is there one particular person's story that made you decide that, no, I need to do this?
Yeah, absolutely. I wouldn't say one because the infractions are just so many.
So many.
So it's difficult to sift the wheat from the chaff. But you know, because of the you know, the numerous cases that we come across every day, it increased my passion to do even more. It is not about just one person, because don't also forget that I also interview hardened criminals. So it wouldn't, under normal circumstances, motivate you to do it, because if the person is a criminal who may have committed murder, then there is no passion at all, because interviewing such persons will bring tears to you know, the eyes of people they may have offended and so on and so forth. So what actually motivated me to do even more, let me say, is the condition of women in prison. Most of whom have left their, you know, families back home, who is going to cater for them, and so on and so forth. And so basically, the trampling of the rights of some of these individuals who do not have access to lawyers, who don't have visits, who are poor, who may have to spend so many years in jail for crimes they may not have even committed.
Right.
You know, has been at the forefront of my passion. Yeah.
You've also helped some prisoners come out of prison, those who were wrongfully accused, by getting them lawyers.
Yeah.
How did you believe their story? What if they were lying?
Yeah. Initially, it was difficult because if you are not careful, you'll be trapped by emotions. So I got trapped by emotions, I have to be very honest. And then later I realized that, you know, maybe the person is on camera, perhaps he may have, or they may have missed, you know, parents back home. That is why they are crying, not because they didn't commit the crime. So later on I decided to look for their record of proceedings. So the record of proceedings, you get to know what the person actually did that may have necessitated their incarceration. So I changed my approach. And then still I realized that no, the reason why this person may have said they are guilty is because some, you know, a prosecutor may have misled them. Usually what we know is that they may not, some of them may not have committed a crime, but because the prosecutor may be busy, he may not be available to bring the person when the person is remanded. You know, he has to bring the person back to court. And he doesn't have that time. So he will coach the person to say, if you go, say you are guilty, the judge will let you go.
Right, or reduce your sentence.
Or reduce your sentence. When they go and then they say they are guilty, they are shocked to the marrow when the judge tells them, then you have to serve 10 or 15 years in prison and so on and so forth. So that has been the situation.
Now, coming on the streets from the prisons, I know you've changed a lot of lives, and that's what, you know, drew attention to you. But then coming on the streets, how do you identify the people out there aside the prisoners? Because we know as for prisoners, we know everybody knows, okay, they have a problem, which we understand. But for the streets, how are you able to pick them?
Yeah, so you see, what is interesting is a bit paradoxical, let me put it that way, is that people see on TV, we're interviewing prisoners, they are underprivileged individuals, incarcerated individuals, they don't have anybody to talk for them. And then you are talking for them. We also got to know through that there are lots of prisoners outside prison, you know, imprisoned in poverty. So I got so many people calling me, please, I'm not a prisoner, but can you help me? I'm not a prisoner, this is the problem that I have, that kind of thing. So we got to know that people are suffering. So why don't we devote some attention to others who may not be in prison but are in poverty prison. So that's how come we got the street charity series. We got the general charity series for orphans, for widows, and so on and so forth. We have the educational support series. And then we have a health check series. Through the street charity series, we've helped thousands and thousands of Ghanaians. We've opened shops for some of them. We've given them working capital. Through educational support series, we are paying lots of school fees.
How do you finance it?
Yes, we have lots of donors around the globe.
I asked you this because one thing that baffles me is how you're able to keep records of every single donor.
Yeah.
I needed to ask you this. How are you able to do that?
Yeah, it's important. You know, you have people's monies in your possession. You want to be accountable. And then don't forget that somebody brings you money, the person have prayed over their money. It's important. The person may have relatives back home who need money, but they decide, we are bringing you this money. Wouldn't you keep record of such people, such charitable people? You see, because one accusation against most NGOs is that we are not accountable. You see. But we don't do that. And I don't know whether you've been observing what we do. The moment you send us money, and when the money is spent on a poor individual, an underprivileged individual, whatever, your name is mentioned. When the money is being given to the person, your name is mentioned. And then the video is sent to the donor. Apart from what the donor may have seen on YouTube, we have the video sent to the donor on WhatsApp. That is what we do. So this has encouraged many Ghanaians to donate, to support people who are on the street because they know that their monies will not be spent on frivolous things.
Right.
But then it will go straight to those who need it.
Right. Do you have most of the people that you've helped come back to you, or after you help them, they go on their own?
Yes. It's a mixed bag, you see. We've been able to help some of them set up. They are okay. They don't need to come back to us because they've been able to take their destiny, financial destiny.
They don't come back to say thank you?
No, they do. But the objective is not a thank you. That is not what we actually need. It's a service we have rendered. Mm-hmm. It's nice usually when people call to say thank you, but you wouldn't say because someone did not say thank you, you are not going to help others. You know the nature of the human being. The human being is complex. There are certain people you help, they don't even feel obliged to say thank you. They feel it as a right, So we don't tailor our support across those lines. Others come back because others don't lack management skills. So when you give them the money, they spend the money anyhow. And then so what we do is that we've changed our approach. It's not just about dishing out money. Mm-hmm. It's about coaching those individuals. It's about going to the market at times with them, procuring what they need, guiding them, doing follow-ups. It's about paying school fees directly to the schools, mm-hmm. and not to someone who is
not
hungry.
To the individuals.
No, that kind of thing. So we have changed the approach all in a bit to ensure that the money is used judiciously.
Right. Yeah. I want us to take a musical break.
Okay, that's fine.
Because we have Kosivi in the house with us, okay. And he's serenading us. So take just a quick, probably 2 minutes musical break, and we'll continue with our conversation.
That's fine. Thank you.
Kosivi, do take us away.
When your lives don't go like they used to before, and I can't you be off of your feet. Will your mouth to remember the taste of my love? Will your eyes still smile from your cheek? So darling, I will be loving you till 70. And baby, my heart goes still for us at 23. I'm thinking about how people fall in love in mysterious ways. Maybe just a touch of it. Me, I'm falling in love with you every single day. I just wanna tell you I am. So darling, take me to your loving arms. Give me another light of 1,000 stars. Place out of my beating heart. Thinking out loud, maybe we found love right where we are. Maybe we found love right where we are. We found love right
where we are. It's a beautiful one from Kosivi. I'm enjoying the show. If you just joined us, my guest for today is Ibrahim Kwarteng. Ibrahim Kwarteng is a journalist, but then he is doing so much to make sure that people do smile again. Ibrahim, yes. There is a lady that you actually helped, right? And I think you remember. I just want you to tell us a little bit about it. I think her husband absconded or something, and she was left with the children, and you had to help her with the school fees. Tell us a bit about it.
So as part of our charity series, we came across a lady who said the husband was pestering her for sex, and she couldn't. And so the husband ran away to Nigeria. So she's been struggling with life. She has 2 children, and the children are home. She's also sick and then couldn't walk. So we said, no, let's help her. We brought her to our office, and then assisted her. At the time we met her, I think it was left with about a month or so for her to be ejected from her room. So we had to intervene, talk to the landlady, pay, I think, 3 years advance for her.
Wow.
Yes, and then also gave her working capital. She said she wanted to sell used clothing. We bought 2 bills of used clothing and then gave her capital in addition. And then went ahead to pay the school fees of the kids for 3 years. Yeah, for her. So that is the story of Age. We could go on and on and on because...
We could go on and on and on. But looking at a story like Age's story, where the husband is no more there, don't you sometimes feel scared that their husbands will threaten you? Or have you ever received threats from people?
No, you see, when we are doing something and you are doing it with a pure heart, you are doing it for God, we are doing it with a conscience. You don't even think about things like that. And of course, even if the husband is a devil, and then you realize that your woman is suffering and someone have extended a helping hand, I think the act of charity could change you for the better rather than being jealous or that kind of thing.
Let me take you back to the prisons. You've interviewed some murderers.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I have.
What about the victims' families?
Yeah.
Did they reach out to you after you do those interviews?
Yes, once, twice. And let me clarify this. As a journalist, you have to be objective. You have to let the ethical guidelines of journalism guide what you do. The person is a murderer. That is what the state says. And so you naturally know that when you are going to interview them, victims will be offended. But they will be offended based on the questions that you are asking them. Are you propping up the spirit of the person? Are you, talking to the person as if they were a hero, that kind of thing? But rather, you bring to the fore the wrongs the person did. And usually, I made them talk to their victims in the interviews. So you have hurt so and so. Talk to them. Apologize to them. So that the victims wouldn't sit home and then cry. The victim should know that the person who have committed the crime feels remorseful.
Right.
But if you go and then you start chanting the name of the person, seeing him, not talking about the wrongs they may have committed, then obviously the victims will not be happy. So if you watch my interview with Atai, it was different. I made him understand that he committed a lot of wrongs against society. He used the opportunity to plead for mercy, to also ask the victims to forgive him. I think that is what we should be doing as journalists, and not at times what we see, that instead of us talking about the wrongs so that society can learn, we rather go and then muddy the waters. So that is not what some of us do.
Right. Now, let's also now talk about stories that inspire. Obviously, as human as you are, there might be one particular story that inspired you so much that you still can't get over it. Tell us about it. I know there are a lot, but there's that one. There's that one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure.
There is that one.
Yeah, but you are right. You are putting me in a very difficult situation because we've done a lot. We've done lots of stories. But there is one lady, Obaya. We met her selling coconut. You know, it is not a woman's world. See women selling coconut. So we were struck with awe. And I decided to get close. We realized that she's a widow. She's unable to take care of the children. The children are out of school. Their sleeping place is a problem. What she was wearing is a problem. Look at how beautiful your hair looks. Obaya didn't have that kind of hair. She looked unkempt, disheveled, so on and so forth. So we went to her rescue. And you know the good thing, we surprised her. We built a 2-bedroom house for her. And then the reason why I'm so much in love with Obaya is that after helping him, he visits occasionally.
Oh.
And then she's been able to expand her business. And then it will interest you to know
She's still into the coconut business?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Because we also opened a shop for her.
Okay.
In front of the house we built. And then at times she comes with some cassava and that, some items, you know, to give to us. I'm not saying I'm so much in love with her because of the cassava and the plantain that I receive, but the act of gratitude that she exhibits. You know, she's not alone. Others have also done that. Yeah.
I want us to watch the video of Obaya, and when we come back, we'll talk more to Ibrahim. Stay with us.
It's everyone, Mammy, to be to us is so sad. He said, to the young lady, Missy, Sepla Crabet or this never cry, let me hear me. Then you go for and young papa.
Shem, your best room, say, Mumma Kayo, na intimate moi, in nearby. Inti enoma kakra yen so ye wo edema
nyame de mu adam wase wo bua kakra mo de aboa yen
sorry why
beka de sa nyame shira
amen
Means what? Means what? Manyame, Kawakuma, what? Kawakuma 2 years. Means oh, why a dear pan and my reho. Kuka, and then a marrow.
And young papa.
I was there for not as say.
Minu anamo de am se mu nyina mahu de ekoso eye ade a eye arahuhie na eye yenu abai ne bapani asema okai se sebe uyo obi a waja efiri mo na uni oboafo bia ensem sei no e ma wo kai eya wo bebre na se waja kura mfiri mo a eye akwada wo hwe ni age na opese oyere ne ho na osua nwoma na wabo ebra oman benya ho mfaso na aba ne sei no na eyare ho nko a de adi tudwa a ne se yenu abai ye beso ne mo na kubiton no eye din yie ye beboa no na ono a wanya ba bi partner na wetima hwe nkwalai na hwe soma mi ene fiere aba so oto ane dan so a ehna one nkwala na efa de etoso biem eye nkwala no suku se de moboa yen ma ye so age emma mu no ye besrem momoa na sa nkwala we yentimi nso mu na saa se de panini di kan se ohu se na fefo ekɔ school na omo papa no mo ba besi wo mo school omo papa no mo support wo na ono de one ne nua no ama ne saa na eye enisuo ene begu yesrem momoa ye ne yentimi nso maame mu yentimi nso ne manem na ono nso onya ho akade na wontimi emfa nhwe nkwala nya boni biara na obi kan ese akoba ne santi na emprepi no sensem bi sei esisi ohwe akwala pani age na nyankopɔn amamu a mami da baabi nkwala da baabi ede emprewanyin ene ba de toso mienu nkwala aka no nketoa no omabrabo etimi ye basa na wo hwɛ crimes etai CCCP na nipa no bi wo ha omo commit crime na nyɛ sebe omo ya akromfo na enso senyame amamu a ahokyere no ha wo sei eba nkwala brabo mu a na onso wakɔbɔ bra bi a ɔde ne ho akɔbɔ nipa bi a won bɛkyerɛ won bɔne na anenam so de o makɔwie prison ni nyina aka ho na ye prisons ayɛ ɛma no tie bɛsrɛ mo obi e kana koma bia ɔne yɛn kasa na yɛmpɛ bibi ma maame ne nyɛ na watimi atena ne ma ho ahwɛ won dan sɛ obɛkɔ akɔda abɔnten bɛkɔ akɔda ntuntum me yɛte ase sɛ the phone na mpo ɔkɔda abɔnten ayera yɛbɛsrɛ mo ne yɛn kasa na ɔmpɛ bibi enye a ebetimi aso nkwala no so yɛda mo nyina ase da se ne yɛbɛsan aba mo nkyɛn bio.
Wow. If this video doesn't move you to make a change in the society, then I don't know what you're waiting for. Oppong, you are doing so much. I get amazed at it. But then, what keeps you going, Oppong?
Yeah, the spirit of satisfaction, the spirit of contentment. When you know that you are doing something to help humanity, it gives you a unique. You know, I hope you understand what I mean. You know, you are doing something and then you love it because you know extra edge, that motivation. So that has been the driving force. Yeah.
God bless you.
Amen.
I have a video I want you to watch.
Oh, really?
You know, you're always putting us, you know, in that fix of watching videos and crying. You know? Okay, so let's watch a video.
I want to take this opportunity to commend Ibrahim very well for all the awards that he has already gotten, and for this one that he's about to receive as well. I know Ibrahim commits a lot of time and resources into this sacrificial work that he is doing. I pray that God Almighty strengthens him, gives him the power to be able to touch more of the hearts of people who are suffering and people in society. Ibrahim, you are an epitome of excellence. Excellence in everything that you do. You are somebody that the Jew should look up to and live a life that can be emulated by all manner of people. Well done. May God bless you.
Amen. That was a surprise.
That's a surprise.
Yeah.
I like how men try to hide their emotions. You are blinking your eyes. So tell us a bit about him. Who is he?
Yeah, it's Alhaji Kwenu. Yeah, Alhaji Kwenu.
Alhaji Kwenu. Yeah. And what's he to you?
He's a relative. And he's a very good man. He's been working with the Ahmadiyya Muslim mission for so many years. He's he's a giver as well. So maybe I may have learned a lot from him, put it that way. Yeah.
And we love you for what you do.
Thank you.
We love the fact that you put your life aside and make sure that others smile. May God bless you.
Amen.
And may he increase you.
Amen.
And grant you all your heart desires.
Amen.
You need all the strength to keep putting smiles on the faces of others. I hope that as we present this to you, you also smile and smile and smile. So we have a little presentation for you as you're making changes in the society.
Thank you.
Mr. Kwarteng is just something small.
Thank you.
From our team to you. You know, there's a lot in there.
I can
when
see.
you go, that you open it up.
Sure.
And you take it.
Thank you. Thank you. God bless you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it's also a privilege to have, to be here because It is not about receiving the honors that inspire some of us, but it's about also at times the fact that people acknowledge what you do. It gives you that sort of extra motivation to keep on doing more. So I'd want to use this opportunity to thank you. Also use this opportunity to thank every crime check donor and people who have huge responsibilities, but nevertheless think of the poor, the needy, and the underprivileged all the time. So thank you.
Thank you too. And don't stop. I hope nothing has made you think about stopping.
Not at all.
Never.
Not
that
at
thought
all.
has never crossed.
Not at all.
May it never cross your mind.
Amen.
Thank you so much
You're
for being
welcome.
here.
You're welcome.
And before we end the show, we know Kosivi is here. Kosivi will definitely be serenading us. So I want Kosivi to give us some great tunes before Mr. Or should I call you Alaji?
Yes, I've been to Mecca though.
So you want the title Alaji?
No, necessarily.
Not necessarily. So what title do you want?
Mr. is okay.
Mr. is fine. No, but let me speak into the Alaji.
Okay, if you want.
It's gonna come to pass anyway. Sure. So Alaji Ibrahim Oppong Kwarteng has been my guest, but then we are enjoying some great tunes from Kosivi. And if you are out there, don't forget to go and make sure that people smile in the society. Let's enjoy this great tune from Kosivi. It's now time for us to go for our Spice Up segment. Today, we are treating natural hair. If you're a natural hairless how do you treat your natural hair? Let's go watch this video, and when we come back, we'll talk more. Stay with us. Hi guys, welcome to the Spice Up segment on changes. Today we are learning how to detangle natural hair, and I am at S Nash Beauty Salon. I'm here with Auntie Sarah. She's going to teach us how to detangle natural hair in the simplest way possible. Welcome, Auntie Sarah.
Thank you.
How are you today?
Fine.
It's good to have you here once again.
It's good to have you too.
Okay, so now teach us how to detangle natural hair. I'm going to leave you to do your thing, and then after that, I'm going to touch it to get to know if it's really detangled. Okay?
Okay.
Fantastic.
Okay, so I'm about to start. We have cut it into 9 pieces.
So every time you put the detangler in there, you have to comb it.
Yes.
Okay. And then you twist after.
Yes. Because the purpose of the detangler is to make the hair soft.
Okay.
And so easy to comb. You know, when there's nothing inside, combing it becomes difficult.
Okay.
So
I know some people add water to their detangler. Is that the right way to do it? Or you
no,
just
it's not
use...
the right way.
Okay.
Because after washing it,
Beauty Salon, and I am here with Auntie Sarah. Auntie Sarah, if there's somebody looking for you, what's your contact number?
Our contact number is 0244 524151. 0244 524151.
And
we are located at Bubuashi, opposite NPP office, and the name of the street is Odonti Street.
Odonti Street it is.
Yes. And when you are coming here, you can go to Google and type S-Nash Beauty Care. The map will bring you here directly.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for allowing us here into
Thank
your
you
beautiful parlor. And we have learned a lot. And this has been the Spice Up segment on changes. We will be right back. Stay with us. So much for watching the show today. I know you've learned a lot. When I say we've learned a lot, I'm talking about putting smiles on the faces of people. That's what my guest has been doing. You go on social media and you see what he does. You can do same too. We are all one people. Let's make sure that we're able to eradicate poverty in the society. Until we come back again, my name is Rosalind Fairley. This lovely place is Labadi Beach Hotel. Now, if you're looking for a place to lay your head, a place to have an event, a place to eat, this is the right place. I will recommend it to you. Make sure that you do come to Labadi Beach Hotel to relax, to eat, and to have some good fun. Enjoy the rest of your day. We'll be back next time. Bye.
Changing.